Welcome to the IFEMA Madrid Horse Week of 2024. This fabulous facility bringing to life one of the great weeks of equestrian sport here in the Spanish capital. Welcome to Spain. As you can see, just finishing the course walk, but we have some of the biggest names in equestrian sport to shine brightly. Who will be the star of the evening? That is to be found out. It's a winning round competition. We're looking for those 12 to battle it out in that winning round for just over 105,000 euros. And this track, set by Javier Trenor, or Chapel as he's known, is a suitable challenge for those taking it on. 1.50 meters and 16 total jumping efforts. And this star for Spain, who's had a tremendous summer, Teresa Blasquez Abascal, with the 11-year-old mare Nasa de Toxandria out in front of us now. That lovely Grand Prix win in Sarajevo. She's been on Nations Cups. In fact, it's been a real bright end to the outdoor season, and looking to get these indoor shows off and running to a fabulous start. And this course certainly making them think. Coming round now back to this line across the middle. 1.50 meters. 6 strides down to the upright. Quite a long run back to fence 10. It's a little bit narrower, but then you're coming on that curved line of 7 strides to the combination. Upright, upright, parallel. Now we're getting awfully close. There's 2 more fences left to go. You're turning back to this tricky little plank. 6 strides. And what about that? It's a brilliant round. 67.77 is the final time. Time is important as well. Fastest clear from the opening round goes last in the winning round. And what a night that is in front of the crowd here. Absolutely adore what they've seen. She is over the moon. Look at that. She'll certainly win the award for the biggest smile of the evening. There's no question. Superb performance. So putting herself... What a great shot that is as well. Look at what it means to the team there to congratulate her. Now the turn of a challenge from France. This 9-year-old is the rider Julien Aquitaine, the world number 34, Flamby des Forêts. And a very good run of results in Birmingham. The famous Horse of the Year show, where he made the trip to the UK, pretty much dominated there, including winning the Grand Prix. Can be a very fast rider when he gets his chance against the clock. I wouldn't have thought the time is a consideration this evening, but I don't think it'll be too much of a headache for him. But that back rail certainly has 70 seconds, your time allowed. And he's certainly shown he was able to get, in fact, that's one of the fastest times we've seen. Awfully quick. And that is important, but it's more important to leave the fences up. The clears are guaranteed a place. After that, it comes down to your performance. But if we get the 12 clears, that is all that will go through. Meanwhile, we look now to Israel's Robin Muir with this wonderful ride, Galaxy. And what a summer, of course, for Robin, appearing in those Olympic Games. He rode at the Paris of Versailles with this horse. It's Galaxy HM. It was a huge moment. He had competed at World Championships, European Championships, but it was his first chance to compete at an Olympic Games. This by quality time out of a Crawford mare. And he's arrived here with a decent run of form. Just had to shorten up and make a little correction coming across the middle there. 6 strides, 3 to 4, then you get that fence on the angle. 5 strides, nice jump in. Galaxy really performing well. Landed a little bit short over that parallel. He's just had to ride on a little more down to the combination, and he's really going to have to work. Well done, coming out of the Longines fences. Time getting awfully tight, but I think he'll be in. Oh, superb as well. 68.70 on the clock for Robbie Muir. And showing exact, look at that, lovely, giving his horse an amazing pat over the moon. Another big smile breaking out. You can see what it means to the pair of them. Wonderful relationship they've built. It has been such a special year for both of them. Well, we move on to a partnership from Norway. Ingrid Gjelsten next to go. She's riding tonight with Nevada de Toxola. Ingrid, one of the rising stars in the sport, 23 years of age, and there's been a wonderful demonstration here in Madrid this week where we've seen plenty of riders sort of 25 and under, and some of the names breaking through. Some already have broken through, might be a better way to put it, but superb for them to be able to get these opportunities, and for us to be able to see, you know, the names that were going to be part of this sport for the years to come. She's of course got that wonderful other horse, VDL Edgar. Tonight, electing Nevado. Oh, that's a shame. They're quite capable at this height, but it can be so easy just for that one little moment, that one little mistake, and she's managing the time allowed without any trouble, but unfortunately, faults count first. Packed house tonight. Great crowd, giving everybody all the support they could ever wish for. But sadly for Ingrid Gjelsten, it's not going to be enough to take her through and into that winning round. Well, we mentioned young riders, and we move from one to another. In fact, now for Liechtenstein. This is Jennifer Hochstatter, the 21-year-old, that has certainly shown to be very capable already at 5-star level. She rode at her first senior European Championships in Milan last year. She's riding here tonight with Winnie 2 de la Hamette Z, former ride of Evelyn Tuvek. Oh dear, I was about to say, it's still quite a new combination. It's not been many months they've been together. I was about to say, tonight will be a little bit of a learning round, whichever way it was going to turn out. It's just going to take a little bit of time for that partnership, I think, to bed in. It's a very experienced horse at 5-star level. And just already tonight, now you can see she's had to back off. What I would class perhaps as her more regular top ride, Golden Lady, finished 4th in the World Cup round in Verona just a couple of weeks ago. Very able to mix it with the best. And now she's got the horse going a little bit more forward. Still, you can see that confidence beginning to come. Really did have the confidence to ride to the last as well. Of course, picking up time penalties increases the score rapidly, but it is the start of a journey for those two together. And a journey, I'm sure, that will lead to much success. Winnie 2 de la Hamette Z and Jennifer Hochstatter, the 21-year-old from Liechtenstein. What an atmosphere tonight. Next to go, a combination riding for Colombia. This is René Lopez Lizarrazo riding the 10-year-old mare Londina. He also rode at those Olympics in Paris this year. It was the second time he's competed in the Olympic Games, having ridden in Rio in 2016. He's ridden at World Championships, he's ridden at Pan Am Games. And this year, he certainly had some form. He had a tremendous win in Rotterdam. I watched him take a super podium finish in the Grand Prix in Paris back in the springtime. And he seemed to have always been there or thereabouts when it comes to these classes. He's 60 years young nowadays, and he's still very much mixing it with the best of them. And that's one of the great things about this sport, of course. Not only do we get to see male and female competing on an equal footing, it's, you know, the age is no barrier. If you're good enough, you're old enough. And if you're still good enough, you're never too old. And this man brings a wealth of experience and knowledge. And at the moment, he's riding a very good round. Oh, I speak too soon. Well, curse of the commentator. Safe on the clock, but unfortunately, it's a couple of fences down. It's a total of 8, and with it goes any chance of getting into that winning round for René Lopez Lizarrazo. There for Colombia with the 10-year-old mare Londina. It's all about getting in to the top 12 tonight. Cian O'Connor, Ireland, another Olympic rider, although not that horse. This also quite a new horse to Cian. Of course, Cian, a multiple medalist and Nations Cup team rider, won some huge Grand Prix in his career and has brought a couple of new horses into his fold over recent weeks. And this is one of them, Funky Fred Mannerhoff's Z. 10-year-old stallion by Fatimos Demus. Unfortunately, just having the water tray down was the ride of Lars Kiersten, the Dutch rider. Took Lars onto Dutch teams and has proved to be quite a star, this stallion. But that's going to be the case. It just takes that little bit of time for the adjustment. Cian's only been to a couple of shows down in the south of Spain. Had a little bit of a practice before coming here and try and find the right key. It'll come soon enough. Jumping and time combine for a total of 13 this evening for Ireland's Cian O'Connor and Funky Fred Mannerhoff's Z. I think that's a combination we'll hear plenty more of over the coming months as we move in to 2025. Well, the bell already going for the next, and the big names just continue to join us here at Madrid Horse Week for 2024, because now it's the turn of Simon Deleste and the beautiful Cayman Jolly Jumper, this lovely 12-year-old gelding by the great Hickstead. Simon, of course, was part of that fabulous bronze medal winning team in Paris this summer. He rode a horse called I Am a Lucina R51 to be part of the medal winning team. This particular ride's had some time off since finishing second in that big 5-star global Grand Prix back in the middle of the summer. That Grand Prix in Saint-Tropez where he was in such electric form and giving the horse that little bit of downtime. He's only been to one sort of smaller show prior to coming here to Madrid Horse Week. Got such a beautiful little action, this horse, and I think, you know, really suits the way that Simon rides. current world number 12. Unfortunately on the 4 though, with that fence falling. He picks up a time penalty just over that 70 seconds, 70.42 on the clock. So it is 1 penalty to add to the 4 from the jumping to give us a total of 5 there for Simon Deleste and Cayman Jolly Jumper. Well, next to go, it's Brazil and Marlon Zanatelli, the Brazilian star, and another multiple 5-star Grand Prix winner. And he's riding tonight with Zizento. Now, this Saturday night class, it's the same horse he rode in the Friday night class when he gave us the opening clear, and he and his wife Angelica were separated come the end of the competition by 1/100th of a second, finishing in 3rd and 4th. So this 10-year-old gelding has been looking strong. Third in the Queen's Cup in Barcelona back in October. Keeping it very relaxed. It's got a lovely rhythm to the way he's riding. Horse just dipped off him a little bit there. All the power in the world and scope to come out. I want to just be a little bit careful coming round again. The horse just dipping its head, backing off a little bit to the plank. And sadly, the plank has cost him his chance. 68.48, and Marlon Zanatelli misses on the winning round as well. The brilliant Brazilian who'd gone so well here on Friday night hasn't had quite the same effect on a Saturday. So sadly, we lose that partnership. Young man for Switzerland goes next. Edouard Schmitz, another rider that has ridden rapidly through the international ranks tonight with this 9-year-old gelding called Abdul Jabbar du Gizbet. It's a gelding by Arezzo VDL. He's only 25 years of age. He's already won the likes of the Dublin Grand Prix, that big 5-star event in August. Previously, he was again part of the games this summer. He's ridden at European Championships, World Cup finals, World Championships. It's been a rapid rise in the last couple of years. That means the Swiss not exactly short of superstars in, you think, of Stig Gerdau and Martin Fuchs. And as I say, at 25 years of age, he's been riding on senior championship teams now since the age of 22. On the 4 so far. And again, that plank went straight through that top plank, and it, with time, adds 2 further penalties to that score of 8, which makes Edouard Schmidt's total 10. There with Abdul Jabbar du Gizbet for Switzerland. Edouard Schmidt, 25-year-old. Lots of focus as we look to Great Britain's challenge this evening in the form of Robert Whittaker and Gentleman Van Het Deldehoff. This 18 years young stallion, owned by the Unex competition yard. It's one he's borrowed off his mate Tim Gredley, I think, to bring here. I was about to say, they went in the 6th bar last night to get a little bit more mileage, but it's sadly not worked out. It's an early fence. This is a horse that's won the likes of the Queen's Cup at Hickstead. It was Robert been on flying form this year with his superstar Vimento, won the World Cup round in Helsinki. the son of the legendary John Whittaker. It's a horse with a lot of heart. You can see the way he's really trying for Robert. He's obviously over the 70 seconds as well now, so there is time penalties. I get the feeling once the early fence had gone down, Robert making that elected decision just to sort of back things off a little bit. So that was Robert Whittaker and gentleman Van Het Veldehoff finishing on a total of 11 penalties, and another one missing out on getting in to that winning round. Next to go, combination for Spain. This is Hero and Diego Ramos Minero. It's 12-year-old gelding by Cantos that this young man is riding. Again, this wonderful demonstration of the super young talent in the sport, 22 years of age. But the course is the same for them all. The challenge is equal, no matter where you are. He had that fabulous result in the big class in La Coruña back in the summer. Very capable on any given day, but unfortunately that fence has put pay to any chance he had very early on. Lovely big jump. Almost jumped it too well. He's managed to judge that curved line that comes round to the combination quite well. Of course, with it being on a curve, you can ride a little bit tighter if your horse has got a slightly shorter stride on the 7, but otherwise you have to push to the outside with the longer striding horses, but at the same time you still need to end up in the middle. Couple on the clock. It is a total of 11 for Spain's Diego Ramos Minero and Hero. 22-year-old, unfortunately tonight, missing out. You can see a little bit disappointed, but there's certainly a name for Spain we'll hear plenty more from, which leaves us one more to go in the first round before we turn to the winning round. It's Giasadra. And this young lady, 23 years of age, but she seems to have been part of the 5-star circuit now for the last sort of 4 or 5 years. She's risen her way through to the top, took the massive Global Grand Prix win in Paris, has got a tremendous string of horses. She rode in the World Cup final for the first time in her career back in April in Riyadh. That was on Dexter. This is a 9-year-old, one of the younger members of the team, Funky Boy Dreher. The great sire Vigora Sui, World Championship winning stallion. It'd only be the 3rd time that this horse has jumped a 1.50-meter track. It's been a ride that she has just gradually been stepping up, and as the horse has responded, and then she's dropped it back down again, and unfortunately that's gone down. But it's, you know, part of the confidence building process is to allow your horse to step up and then drop it back down a height. So maybe next time she'll be jumping 140, then come back up slowly and keep coming back to it until your horse has got the confidence at that level. She's put in the results, but unfortunately tonight, as good as the time is going to be, and it's not a bad time, it's 67.59, it isn't to be for Giasadra and Funky Boy Dreher. So, what an opening round, plenty of tension, but it is to the winning round here at the IFEMA Madrid Horse Week that we turn in this Estrella Damm Trophy. There's your lineup. It all starts level. Max Kühne for Austria, Gregory Cottard for France, Kim Emmen and Leopold van Asten, 2 of 3 for the Netherlands, Pierre Gerbucci and Marcus Enning. Hans-Dieter Dreher, the second of the riders for Germany, Robin Muir, Michael van der Vleuten, Teresa Blasquez Abascal, Clara Prazzoli, and the last man to go is, of course, Eduardo Alvarez Asnoir. The fastest clear from the opening round has that opportunity to go last. This man squeezed in. What a brilliant job that he did as well, because no better than having the world number 6 to kick things off with this beautiful 9-year-old stallion, EIC Anton SBKZ. It is Max Kühne for Austria. This by the great Arco. This shortened course of our designer, Javier Treno, has got a real variation throughout it. You've got the twists and the turns, but you've got the gallop as well. And the run back at the end should be fascinating, because you land over that second to last, which was fence 13. It was the last in the first round. And then you come all the way back down to this new vertical, that Hollar fence, to finish things off. You'll see it as it unfolds. It's a brilliant combination to kick things off. What drama awaits us tonight? This crowd on the edge of their seats. It is the Estrella Damm winning round for 105,000 euros. Well, tough start, but he's got to keep thinking forward. Never easy. Even the best can have the first. It'll be tough to judge the time, but you can see he's keeping up quite a rhythm at the moment. Playing a little bit sensible. Knows he now really doesn't want to have another one down, but it gives us a good clue as to where we're going. So this is now where the plank was in that opening round, but as you'll see, now it's a pole on top. It allows the riders a little bit more confidence to what was the last, and then look at this turn back. Even Max is allowing that stallion to run a little bit. EIC Anton SBKZ and Max Kühne, it isn't working their way this evening. The clear rounds are what we need to come first. The time will always be the defining factor, but you've got to leave them up to start with, and Max there 49.81 on a score of 4. It must be heartbreaking when you're in the saddle and you know that's just happened at the first fence. Nothing you can do about it. It didn't really look to do anything wrong either. I think it perhaps was just a little bit of greenness and Max being quite eager. Now to France. Their challenge coming from Gregory Cottard and the lovely 12-year-old mare called Coquin de Val. Always love the fact you can spot Gregory, because he majority of the time doesn't ride a horse with a noseband. He keeps that open, has that slightly different brow band to secure the bridle. And again, he's another rider with an immense amount of pace. He, you know, if he does leave the fences standing, he can be like lightning. But that's always the trick in this sport. You've got to leave the fences standing and be quick. French bred by my Lord Carthago, this mare. We've got the first fence out of the way. Now we can come to the first of the turnbacks, and you can see how he's just letting her run. It's quite a long run, and safe and sound, and again on the turn. Got a good shot. Just got dragged in. Nothing he could do. Now he's going to be much quicker than Max. 46.22. Nearly 3 seconds faster than what we saw from Max Kühne. Gregory Cottard showing he has pace, but sadly from his perspective he also has a fence down, and Coquin de Val, beautiful mare that has certainly picked up plenty of prize money in her career. Unfortunately tonight just ended up too close to the first part of the double, and there was nothing he could do. Well, the music playing and lining up now for the first of what are 3 riders for the Netherlands. Another lady that has risen to the great heights of representing the Netherlands this summer at an Olympic Games, as she did on her wonderful horse Imagine. Tonight she's qualified Island VG. This beautiful 11-year-old gelding by VDL Zorocco Blue for Kim Emmen in the jump-off. She's produced some brilliant horses in her career, but she also knows how to ride fast. It'd be interesting to see who does give us the opening clear in this winning round this evening, because it is not only going to go into the lead at the moment. You know, if you get a clear in maybe one of the first sort of 4 or 5, if you're the first clear, you still can probably rely on the fact that 1 or 2 of those that are going to come after you would also have a fence down. So there could be a percentage game to play, but unfortunately Kim's just rolled that front fence away on Island. Gregory's time on a score of 4 was 46.22. She'll be looking to see if she can try and get somewhere nearer to that. She won't be too far away. It's going to be very close, but 47.50 faster than Max Kuhner on a score of 4, but sadly slower than Gregory Cotard on a score of 4. So she goes into second place as it currently stands, and 3 have gone. But as of yet, we do not have a clear in the winning round. And when and where is that going to come from? Of course, with the fact they've taken away the second part of what was a double to give that line, you've got sort of 7 strides now, but you've got to judge it. And unfortunately there with Ireland just getting drawn in. Ooh, still a little bit excited. Heading out the back to the warm-up arena. Fabulous facilities here. Tremendous event. The IFEMA Madrid Horse Week, huge popularity, always seems to be absolutely packed to the rafters. Now the turn of the second of 3 for the Netherlands. They certainly topped the billing when it came to getting the most number of clears. Leopold van Asten, and he's riding here with VDL Group Chiara. Now, she's 9. She's by Clearway. This man has got all the experience. Now, can he be the first to give us a clear round? He's ridden in some pretty major classes, and he's won some big ones in his career. Of course, he rode at the Olympics back in 2004 in Athens. But this is a different game this evening, and he's got off to a reasonable start. Look at this, he's riding as forward as he can, but he's trying to keep the horse balanced as well. Still clear, 1 left to go. How much risk is he willing to take? He took a pull to make sure he got the stride, and he jumped it clear, and there it is, the opening clear of this Estrella Damm Trophy goes to the Netherlands, to Leopold van Asten and VDL Group Chiara. That lovely 9-year-old mare has just certainly shown us the way. Now the game is on, because now the clear is on the board. Now the time to beat is on the board. The others are going to have to chase him. 46.61, look what it meant to his groom. Superb. But they're going to have quite a wait, and they know they've got an awful lot of talent coming after them. What about this man? It's the Italian challenge. Well, 1 or 2 Italian challengers It is Pier Giorgio Bucci and Kiss Me Fabulous. Another night. Oh, no! Well, I would not have seen that coming. He's retired. Nothing to prove. She's 89. Kiss Me Fabulous. She's been jumping really well. And again, it's a horse that has been stepping up over the course of this year. And you know, they just found themselves on the wrong stride, perhaps. The stops come. And being a good horseman, Pier Giorgio says there's no need for us to go any further here this evening. So it means we turn to another and to one of the great legends in show jumping. And there's only a few that I'll use that word with confidently. I'd use it with his great mate, John Whitaker, but this is for Germany. This is Marcus Enning and the beautifully named mare, Flower Girl. Gold at Olympic, World and European Championship levels. There is so many glittering successes in his career, and he loves coming here. 12 months ago, he was here in Madrid. He won the World Cup class. You'll look to that tomorrow, but tonight, it is Saturday night. It is the Estrella Damm Trophy, and it is Flower Girl that he's looking to push to the top. But can he do it? That is the question for Marcus Enning. 46.61 is the leading time. Here we go. Lovely on the angle. It does not look like there is a lot in it between him and Leopold at the moment. In fact, there's nothing in it. Look how close the split is. It's going to come to this turn, and how brave Marcus can be to the last. Stops the clock. Wow. 0.09, not even 1/10 of a second, and Flower Girl, Marcus Enning, go into second, 9/100ths of a second, unbelievably close. Marcus just, I mean, how fast did Leopold go to be able to hold off the likes of Marcus Enning and Flower Girl? But we're only halfway through the winning round, and now we've got two clears. It's now Leopold van Asten leading from Marcus Enning. But from one in Germany to another, and this man has nothing in his vocabulary that equals brakes. He only has speed. And this is Westermael de Cottis and Hans-Dieter Dreher, and this is what I call a true combination. They've known each other now for so long, and look at the way they work together. Look how tight he's coming in. And they just have the confidence to jump when they get there. 15 now, this gelding by Balabet Drouet. He is motoring. And he's 1.89 faster. And Westermael has such a big stride, and Hans will have all the confidence coming down to the Haloa fence. How quick can he be tonight? Wow, over 2.5 seconds. It is nearly unbelievable just how good a round that was. 43.95. 1 minute you're thinking 46.61 is quick, and then suddenly Hans-Dieter Dreher and Westermael de Cottis, and he's at his best. Without any question, that is correct. That man has just pulled one out of the very top drawer, but it is the relationship he has with that horse that makes it so special. They know each other. They know what they both want. He asks and he gives, and they go together. But now Hans is going to have to wait and see, because he'll know just how fast some of these remaining horses and riders are. They were all quicker in the opening round than he was. Now it's Robin Muir and Galaxy. Partnership for Israel, this 13-year-old Olympic combination. Can he get there any faster than Hans? Or has we already seen a winning round? Oh, no! Well, unfortunately, on this occasion, the stride just wasn't there. And that little bit of breakdown in communication costing them both. Just got a little bit deep as well to the upright. It's left him with quite a bit of to do down to the Estrella fence. He'll be disappointed after being so happy with that opening round clear. Mistakes coming, but there's always another day, and Galaxy HM certainly has the talent. Unfortunately, tonight they haven't had the result with Robin Muir. Go back to what happened here. He tried to take one out, and then actually the horse just got itself a little bit confused. Really honest horse, though, because Galaxy still said, I'll try. Well, there's plenty of focus on the riders still to come. They know that Germany lead at the moment, but they also know as we move into these final four, they are the fastest from the qualifying round. And this is Michael van der Vleuten with El Vicky, a three-time individual bronze medalist, twice at Olympics, including in Paris as it was in Tokyo. And in the middle, he won the individual bronze at the World Championships as well. One of the greats. World number 16 currently. This lovely mare, El Vicky by Eldorado. And you can see the way he's already kicked up a beat into the canter. Michael means business. 43.95, though, is a big challenge even for this man. I love the way that this mare, when Michael sees the stride, the ears flick forward because he said go. She says, oh my gosh, he's coming inside. No one else has done this. Now, did that help him? He had to take a little bit off the pace to make the turn. He had to add a stride before to get the angle. So he'll have cost himself in one way, but he'll have saved himself an awful lot in another. And the split says he's still down a bit. In fact, 2 seconds away surprises me. Now look at him try and scamper, try to make it up. And he's made up some of it, 1.8 away. Faster than Leopold, but unfortunately not as fast as Hans-Dieter Dreher. Great effort, fabulous turn, but goes second. He's having a little look at the clock. I think he thought he might have been faster himself. Well, there's the turn. And it was a brilliant turn, absolutely masterful. Just sadly, from Michael's point of view, and El Vicky, it just didn't help him chase down that leading time of Hans-Dieter Dreher. And it shows again just how fast Hans has managed to go, because that was no slow coach effort from the Dutch rider. But listen to the noise. It's going through the roof here for the first of two chances in the final three for Spain here this evening. Teresa Blasquez Abascal, Nasser de Toxandria. That superb win in the Grand Prix back in the summer up in the north of Spain in Sarajevo. And so many superb results since. She had a brilliant tour out in Morocco. She's followed it up with the clear here this evening. Can she get anywhere near that leading pack here? Hans-Dieter Dreher, 43.95. And I tell you what, the way she started, she means business. Lovely 11-year-old mare she's riding, skips across the floor, but a little bit like Vestermel, has still a very big stride. That was quick. I'd say she's pretty close at the moment. It's going to come to this. This is tight. This is going to be awfully tight. 43.95. There's absolutely nothing in this. Could it be Spain's night? Oh, 0.13 of a second. Quite brilliant effort from the Spanish star, Teresa Blasquez, Abascal and Nasser de Toxandria. What a super evening she's had. Quite brilliant. It really has been something else. And she is 0.13 away from perhaps having taken the lead. But that is very much up into second place and up onto the podium with 2 to go. She did not put a hoof wrong, either of them. Not only was it clear, but it was quick. She had that momentum in the strides. Look what it means to the team up there. 2 to go. And what a brilliant performance from this young lady to get into this position on this horse tonight. Clara Pizzoli from Italy. Fantasia de Beaufort. Now, this is a 9-year-old mare by Contendro. Second of the 2 chances for Italy here this evening. And again, this is very much a combination that have been working their way towards this sort of moment over the course of the year. She was ecstatic to get the clear in the first round, but now she has to just judge how quick she's willing to go. And you can see the horse just playing with its head a little bit. It'll not make it any easier for her. But whatever the time tonight, if she can get round this clear to get a double clear, I think it would be ticking a big box for the pair of them. Well, she is still clear as she's careful, and she's got Brave to the last. Just over 3 seconds away, 47.22, but that is a combination that have really come to the fore tonight, especially to be able to have performed so well in the opening round, to have given themselves the second last draw in the winning round by being so quick. Outstanding. Just having to fight here and there, but she's done a tremendous job, and look how happy they are. But there is still 1 to go, and there is nothing that this crowd would want more than for him to be number 1 at the end of this, and there wouldn't be nothing he would want more. Eduardo Alvarez Esnoir, made in Richthofen, has qualified in pole for the winning round. Can he make the most of it and chase down Hans-Dieter Dreher at the top of the leaderboard? You just sort of get the feeling he's going to absolutely go for this. You know he is. He has had a tremendous year, has Edu. One of his best years. So consistent when it comes to the big classes. He's proved his pace time and time again. Made in Richthofen, 12 years of age, Belgian mare. What can this superstar from Spain, world's top 50, it's come down to this, 43.95 to beat. He's chasing. He's chasing. He took one there. He saw that a long way away. Brilliant turn. That's the double out the way. 27.64 is the split. Is he quicker? Yes, he is, by just over a tenth. He can do this. It's going to come to the turn and then to the run. How brave can he be? Is it tonight for Eduardo Alvarez Esnoir? No! No, no, no! Oh, heartbreak moment for him and the crowd. What a sport this is. Drama to the absolute finish. Eduardo Alvarez Esnoir was fast enough, but the last fence gets in the way. What an amazing competition this Estrella Damm Trophy has been here at IFEMA Madrid Horse Week for 2024, all the way to the final jump at the final fence before this was settled, you did not know, because he had the time, but at the end of it all, he does have to settle for a final finish of 7th, because tonight the winner is Germany. And what a quite brilliant performance from Hans-Dieter Dreher and the wonderful partner Vestimil de Cotis. I am so pleased for Teresa Blasquez-Abascal continuing that super run on Nasser to finish in 2nd, and Michael van der Vleuten picking up 3rd ahead of Leopold van Osten and Marcus Enning. Clara Pizzoli wrapped up the clears with her 6th place. It has been brilliant sport from start to finish once again here at IFEMA Madrid Horse Week. The anthem, the trophies, the presentation. The Estrella Damm Trophy for 2024 has been an absolute highlight that has brought the crowd to its feet. What an amazing week. Let's look forward to the next time we're all here together. But on this night, we celebrate this man with a fabulous win. It is Vestimil des Cotis and Hans-Dieter Dreher.